This video, we are going to use the graphs to answer some questions about where an ordered pair is on the graph. Pay attention to my scale right here. Every tick mark has a value of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So when I want to find f of 4 is going to be wherever the point is that is lined up with my second tick mark here, this vertical line. It's that point right there. If I follow it over to the y-axis, it's at y equals -8. So f of 4 is equal to -8. And that means that the point 4, -8 is on the graph. Now we want to find f of 100. It looks like that's 10, 20, 30, no, I'm sorry, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's this point right here. So that's on the x-axis, so y is equal to 0. F of 100 is equal to 0, which means that the point 100, 0 is on the graph. Let's look at f of 20. We can't tell exactly where f of 20 is. I don't think, I guess we can, it's that point right there. Okay, so f of 20 is right there. And we just want to know, is that value, that y value, positive or negative? It's above the x-axis, somewhere right in there. I think it's probably around y equals 10, but it's going to be positive y value. Now I want to look at if f of 20 is positive or negative. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 20 is right there. And we see that we're over here at about -40 on the y-axis. So this is negative. Now we want to find for what values of x is y equal to 0. So where are the x-intercepts? There, there, and there. So let's go ahead and try and figure out to the best of our ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tick marks to get to -20. So that means that each of these tick marks has a value of 4. So this is -12. And this is somewhere between 12 and 16. Looks like halfway between them. So 12 plus 16 divided by 2 looks like 28 divided by 2 is going to be 14. Is about what that is, right? And then it looks like 20. So these are going to be -12, 14, and 20. For what values of x is the function positive? Well, it starts at x equals -10. It's going to be positive there. And it goes down to -6. And then it's going to stop being positive until we come all the way over here to, let's see, 2, 4, 6, it looks like 7. And it's not positive at x equals 10 because it's 0. 0 is not a positive number, but everywhere between 7 and 10, it's going to be positive. For what numbers of x is the function negative? So that's between here and here on the graph. And that is a -60 and a positive 70. This is an interval notation, right? All right, so come back. No, let's keep going with this. Let's just answer this. This is a multiple choice. So where is y equal to -8? Excuse me. So -2, -4, -6, -8. Right here. The only place is that point right there that we're going to follow up to the x-axis, and that looks like x equals +4. And we'll come back and we'll do these next problems with the whiteboard in our next video. Actually got the whiteboard open. I'm going to go ahead and keep working here on these last few problems. So it says given the function f of x is equal to -7x squared minus 14x minus 8. And the question is the point -1, 1 on the graph? So we're going to find what f of -1 is. -7 times -1 squared minus 14 times -1 minus 8. Be -7 times a +1 minus 14 times a -1 minus 8 is going to be -7 plus 14 minus 8 is going to be 7 minus 8 is a -1. So no, -1, 1 is not on the graph of -7x squared minus 14x minus 8, because the point that would be at -1 is going to be -1, -1. Remember, there can only be one y value for each x value if it's a function. Let's go ahead now and do a similar problem. F of x is equal to 6x squared minus 12x plus 6. Now we want to ask, is the point 218 on the graph? F of 2 is equal to 6 times 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 6. So 6 times 4 is 12 times 2 plus 6 is 24 minus 24 plus 6 is 6. So no, again, because the point should be 2, 6. So let f of x this time be 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. If x equals 1, what is f of x? Another way to answer that question is, what is f of 1? So f of 1 is going to be 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 6. 2 times 1 minus 4 times 1 plus 6 is 2 minus 4 plus 6. 2 minus 4 is a -2. -2 plus 6 is a +4. That means f of 1 is equal to 4. And that means that the point 14 is on the graph. If I have the function f of x equal to -5x squared minus 10x plus 4, what's the domain of this function? This is just a reminder when we did domain in a different video that I'm not dividing by x, I'm not taking the square root of x, and I'm not taking the log of x. So it's not violating any of those restrictions. So I have an unrestricted domain here. If I have a function f of x equal to x squared minus 5 over x plus 1 is -2, 1 on the graph. Well, let's stick in -2, see what we get. That's going to give me a 4 minus 5 over a -2 plus 1 is a -1 over a -1 is 1. So yes, indeed, -2, 1 is on the graph of f. Now we're going to be given the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 3 over x minus 2, and is the point -1, -4/3 on the graph. So f of -1 is -1 squared minus 3 over -1 minus 2. 1 minus 3 over -1 minus 2 is a -2 over -3 is a positive 2/3. That's not a -4/3, so no. And we want to ask if f of x is equal to x squared minus 8 over x minus 1, and if x equals 2, what is f of x? So again, that's the same thing as saying what's f of 2. F of 2 is going to be equal to 2 squared minus 8 over 2 minus 1 is 4 minus 8 over 2 minus 1 is a -4 over a positive 1 is a -4, meaning that the point 2, -4 is on the graph. All right, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys again next time.